All right, good morning. So we got the trailer all loaded up, getting ready to head back to the ranch, see what Rob thinks, and get some more material from him. Look at this really cool little fountain here. That's so cute. So she's coming around. I literally just try to go and get done whatever I can done in a given day. Finally got the business cards in for the roofing. That's gonna be cool. Okay, a lot of you guys said, man, roofing's just as hard as your back and as automotive is. Have you been in the industry? How long have you been in the industry for? I did roofing. I did roofing for myself. I did roofing for my Theo, okay? I can tell you that the light little repair stuff that I'm doing when it comes to tile or shingle or TPO or whatever, elastoplastic, I got it covered. It's not that big of a deal. Most of these buildings out here are 1 or 2 stories. I got a ladder for that. I got a trailer. So for the small repairs that I'm going to be able to do as an unlicensed professional, they're going to be under 500 bucks. Most of them I get, they're like $50 calls, $100 calls, like they're cheap. But the thing is that you got to get the calls, and that's how you develop business. And then maybe at one point in time I'll study and I'll get my license for roofing. But for right now, it's a way to start getting your name out there. You can get a fictitious business license easily by going to the San Bernardino courthouse down in San Bernardino, filling out some paperwork. You pay $100, boom, 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 you're all done and you're set. Fictitious business license in hand. Now you just got to get a licensing contractor's number. That's a little bit harder. There are some tests you got to take for roofing as well. I'm not at that point yet. I'm at the hustle and bustle and make a few bucks while I can based off Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. That's where I'm at right now. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. You know, I've been bent over cars, contorted in all sorts of weird spots. Roofing, I know what I get with roofing. I got to bend down. I got to pick some stuff up. I got to carry some heavy stuff up the ladder. And then I'm done. I don't have to be all bent over and contorted in some weird spots for long periods of time. Bruising my rib cage, this, that, and the other. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit burnt out on the automotive thing for right now. For right now, I'm trying to apply for other jobs out in town, see what is there that's out there. Maybe fleet work, but for right now, look, I'm taking on small projects at this trailer build. It is what it is, man. But I just wanted to fill you guys in. I saw some comments on that. CDL, I can't be away from home like that. I mean, I got my kids with the baseball. They're always playing sports. I need to be there for that. Lots of things to consider. But I appreciate all the commentary. I have been looking through some of the stuff. I've been trying a couple of things you guys suggested. And, you know, we're just going to pursue this trailer project, see where we end up, and we'll just go from there. Well, you guys didn't get a chance to see it because it was late last night, but I got the lights on, the license plate on, and then I ran the wiring all the way up to the front. So now I got some extra 2x4 here. I'm going to go ahead and finish this part. Package came in. That's from Vistaprint. Those are our roofing business cards, so we'll set those to the side for later. We want to finish this project up so we can get paid, son. All right, now that I got them out of the package, let's see here. Where eye protection, okay. It says the handle will not prevent you from electric shock, so be aware of that. Icon, I'm sure that these are probably manufactured in Taiwan. I could be mistaken. Okay, I like the slip joint port so far. It was definitely well oiled. You can kind of see maybe some of the shine here. That's from some of the oil there. I don't dislike them, that's for sure. Let's see here. I don't really have any fasteners to bite onto, though, is the issue. I don't. I'm looking around. Okay, so at some point, I'm going to have to put these on some kind of fastener just to see how overall I feel about them. But let's just talk about some of the cosmetics, I guess, shall we? The handles are substantially thicker than the Knipex ones. Knipex ones, you really feel like you get an extra bite. There is flex to the handle down here, so it really feels like you're going to bite in. For the Icons, you kind of get the same thing. Bigger handle. A little bit more comfortable on the grip part, though. See, on these ones, you kind of feel the handle in your hand as you're squeezing. These ones, not as much, and that's probably because of the handle thickness. So, for that, I got to give it to Icon on that. It is kind of nicer having a thicker handle in this situation. If you're using these, you're going to be in a much, there's going to be a lot of room surrounding it, okay? These I've used for alignments when I was over at the dealership, and they worked out really well for adjusting the tie rod end. And they worked out fairly well for cracking loose certain things like EGR tubes, right? So there's just a couple of situations I've used them for. I've also used them on my air compressor for certain fittings. And in a pinch, if I couldn't find anything and I was trying to either tighten or loosen the fitting to the back of my welder for the argon gas tank, it worked out well for that as well. So just to kind of give you a couple of situations there with the Knipex. Now these are Rob's. He did let me borrow them to check them out, to try to give you guys a product review. I would have done it yesterday, but I was kind of tied up. Like I said, I was filling out applications, and then I was umpiring a game. And overall, just had a really busy day. Household chores, getting caught up on laundry, those kind of things, cleaning house, etc., etc. But at any rate, I did want to sit down and talk about these. I'm going to drop these off with him today, so that way he can go ahead and put them to the use. I don't know what is on the agenda for today. At some point later in the evening, I do want to come back to the trailer build project. I'm going to grind down and wire wheel a few spots, at least on the four corners and maybe in the center, because I want to put up some angle iron so that way he can sheet it. He was talking about sheeting it with some OSB, so I told him not a big deal. He went ahead and hooked it up with a refill for our argon gas so we can set the welds in there. I don't want to use flux core. I think that doing the outer supports for the OSB board and the angle iron would look crispier and cleaner with using argon and some of my Lincoln super arc wire. So that's what my plan is for today. Look at this neat bridge. All right, good morning, good morning. Mission complete. I have made it structurally sound and hooked up the wiring harness for the trail lights to work. So we have done what we are being paid to do. For future going, like I said in the videos, he's going to want to put some sheeting on. That's a separate entity in itself, but it's not going to take a whole lot to do. You can see I ran 2x4 joists, sort of speaks, to box it in and frame it in, but I thought it came out looking pretty good. And some of you might be wondering why the different pieces, why a couple that are cut differently than others. One was because there was a I had a shortage of material of what it was I was able to purchase. Then the boss man picked up some more, and then I just picked up these last three yesterday. So using basically every piece of wood at $8 a stick, I was trying to make it last and stretch. And also by extending the trailer, I had to add another piece. So there's actually a beam that runs this way too. And that's what those deck screws are screwed into. But overall, I thought it came out really good. I think he's going to enjoy it. And then when and if we even put the sidewalls on, because he might change his mind and we might just put anchors in it to be a little golf cart trailer. I don't know. But when and if he decides to put on some sides, we'll film it, check it out. Other than that, that was this trailer restoration project. Mission complete. Let's move on to the next thing.